So
Good
everyone,
morning,
let's welcome Yuta, Daniel, and Kana.
Actually, not morning anymore, but good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, so me and Kana, Daniel will will present or I would like to share some stories with you today. Last year I went to Egypt, and I went to Egypt because I wanted to do scuba diving in the Red Sea, which is one of the most popular destinations for scuba divers. And it's amazing to explore the sea, and the best part of scuba diving is just to encounter all the animals living in the sea. It's just a wonderful experience to discover how those marine mammals or any animals in the sea maintain their life in the ocean. And the whales are the largest animals, and swimming with them is a magnificent experience. The largest animals we encounter in the sea are called marine mammals. They're the most intelligent species in the ocean. They're not fish, but mammals, just like us. And the mammals that decided to go back to the sea or on ice and live there. There are about 250 kinds of marine mammals in the sea. They are cute animals, as you can see. But they're not just cute. They have an important role in the food chain in the ocean. And as they stand on the top of their hierarchy, the entire ecosystem can be vastly affected by change in the number of marine mammals. So you can see the importance of their role. However, as we know from news, there was an earthquake, for example, incident in the Gulf of Mexico, and so many animals living in the sea have become its victims. Such irresponsible actions of human beings also put marine mammals in danger, and we all have a passion for we all have passion for the ocean and its wildlife. We recognize our responsibility toward marine mammals whose role in the ocean has a large impact on the entire ecosystem. So we look for NGOs that help marine mammals, and marine mammals that save marine mammals from human-caused pollution or disasters. Among many organizations, we found the Marine Mammal Center, MMC. MMC teaches the community about what they are doing to the ocean and wildlife within it, and they share with us much details about their organization. So Kana will talk a bit about the injuries caused by human beings to those animals.
So now I will explain to you the various injuries that of the marine animals. And we use the word strand when we talk about marine animals that are injured and that are on the beach. And there are various reasons why marine animals strand. And when a marine animal is stranding, death is usually imminent if there is no intervention, which means that without the help of human, they will probably die. And so the causes of stranding are numerous. The main causes are disease, separation, exhaustion, entanglement, injection of non-food item, loss of habitat, and toxins. And I will briefly explain to you about these. So first, disease. Sea animals infected by disease suffer from viral infections such as herpes, and also bacterial infections such as parasites and cancer, for example. Also, separation. This little pup here was separated from his mother and was found on the beach. It is very rare, but separations do happen. And for the pups that are separated from their mother, they cannot live alone because they do not know how to find food and live by themselves. Also, sea mammals are found on the beach like this because they are exhausted after storms or bad weather. Also, entanglements. Yes, this is a picture of a California sea lion strangled by a fishnet. Entanglements are also caused by fishing gears and ropes and even balloons. Sea mammals can be easily entangled, but it takes really much hard work and time for humans to release them. For this sea lion, for example, the net was tied tightly around his neck, so it took about 20 days for him to be released again. And injection of non-food item. By the way, sea turtles are also patients on the MMC. And so when marine mammals consume non-food items, such as plastic, fishing needles, and so they could die, and also they cannot get them out, so humans will have to interpret and take them out. And also loss of habitat. Animals drown because they lose their habitat, and their main causes are over-harvesting of nature resources, human development, and also oil spill. This is a sea lion that has oil over its body, and so all of these oils and human-caused toxic are also causing that threat to the marine mammals. So, as you may have noticed, many causes of sea mammal stranding are caused by human actions. So you can see that it is obvious for us humans to rescue them because most of their injuries are caused by us humans. And so now we will move on to talk about the activities of MMC. Danielle and I will introduce you the main works of MMC. One of their core works of MMC is to rescue, rehabilitate, and release the marine mammals. The center has rescued more than half of the rescued sea mammals in the United States. And this is how the rescuing goes on. First, when the center is reported of animal stranding, they quickly arrive to the place and they apply first aid if it's necessary, or they free the animals from entanglements. And if there is no need for further treatment, then the animal is instantly released. But if there is a need for further treatment, the animal is brought back to the center. And they are treated with medical attention and care. And they operate the same way as they treat humans, except special medical care is required because marine mammals have unique adaptations to life at sea. Maintaining the animals' wildness and reducing the stress they experience is hard, but it is an important work of their operation. Over 50% of rescued animals are released back to the sea, which is a positive statistic considering that the animals were in grave danger among life and death. And then the final release. Release back to back to the wild is their ultimate goal, and before release, animals must pass final examinations, and they must be able to hunt food by themselves. Animals receive a flipper tag before release, and some receive satellite or radio tags so that their progress after release can be tracked. And I want to show you a video of a release. So they're releasing two sea lions, and they're still pups.
Are they going to be okay? I would worry. I would keep them.
Yay! Okay, they're released. And so,
If you need sound, I can help.
No, it's
I think the main sound might be off.
So now I introduce you rescue, rehabilitation, and release of marine mammals. Now Danielle will move on to introduce you other core works of MMC.
Thank you, Kana. So now I want to talk about first the shelters at MMC, or basically the marine mammal hospitals. So here the shelters are organized in a special way to help the patients or marine mammals as much as possible. So basically by doing this, they try to limit as much physical and visual interaction as possible, so that way they can reduce as much stress of the animals, and that way they can actually release them back into the wild without the dependence on human hosts. So also they try to limit as much talking and noise around the pens. So all volunteers and staff are not allowed to talk, and whenever they do have visitors coming into the hospital area, they are asked to remain silent. So the cleanliness of these animal hospitals, so the pens are cleaned twice a day by staff or volunteers, and it's usually with some sort of form of chlorine or bleach, and they scrub very hard, and the pools are cleaned out as well. And also before the staff or volunteers walk in and out of the pens, they have to clean their boots and all utensils with the same solution. So they have to make sure everything is clean to avoid any bacteria or spreading of infection in the animals. So next I want to talk about the science. And basically the studies done with MMC are very unique and valuable opportunities for us to develop our knowledge of these animals. So basically MMC works with a bunch of different veterinarians, pathologists, marine biologists, and many people come and just help them and figure out what are the causes of the harm and such that are coming to these animals, and also to help to see if they are efficient in releasing and rehabilitating the animals. So some studies that they do, especially now major studies, are basically about domic acid poisoning, which is usually through toxins in the ocean that humans introduce, either through oil spill or whatever, and also other bacteria infections such as leprotosis, it's hard to say, and also just other things such as cancer for sea lions and other mammals. So 17% of those adult sea lions they find actually have cancer. So they're trying to help find the reasons of this, whether it's human interaction or interference by oil spills and such. And also a lot of these things actually can affect humans as well, such as the domic acid poisoning or leprotosis, the bacterial infection. So we're also helping ourselves as well as the mammals. So this is a picture rescuing a sea lion. So as Kana mentioned, usually the mammals are stranded on the land because of infection or they're dying of some sort of reason. So this is a sea lion pup, and he's very skinny and he's dying and he's just stranded there. So they're trying to figure out the cause of the food chain, what's happening in the ocean to their food sources, and why they cannot fend for themselves. So now I want to talk about the conservation that they support in MMC. So one of the main conservations going on is for the Hawaiian monk seals. So basically this is an endangered animal. Their numbers are dropping very rapidly, and they're trying to increase the numbers by either rehabilitation or cleaning out the area, because there's a lot of fishing nets and such in the ocean that they get entangled in. And also whenever they are on the land, they try to avoid any human contact. So here you see the caution tape around a Hawaiian monk seal, and basically they're very strict about it because the people had to leave their things behind because he fell asleep there. So that's just an idea of the conservation. So some goals of MMC. So the first goal is to rehabilitate sick and injured animals. So any animal they find, or any marine mammal they find within a 600 range of the California northern or central shores, they will rescue. I don't think they can go any further usually. And also another goal is scientific research about health and causes. So this is a picture of a sea lion, adult sea lion, who died from the domic acid poisoning. So they're turning up more and more on the beaches like this. And they're trying to find out the causes. And another goal is to provide professional and technical support. Now, before I mentioned that usually the rescue line is 600 miles within the central and northern California shores, but for the professional and technical support they're doing internationally. So they're having contact with a bunch of international different countries to support them in caring and rehabilitating animals. And another goal is to create comprehensive conservation programs. So this is a picture of a Hawaiian monk seal. He's entangled in a fishing net, and we have a scuba diver trying to rescue him. So we're trying to clean out the oceans and make sure it's habitable for these animals. And the last goal is education. So basically to spread the word and knowledge about what's going on in the oceans and how we are the cause and how we can help. So I want to go more into education. So basically MMC is teaching thousands of students and the public about marine mammals. So they offer many educational programs where either students can come on a field trip or you can just come as a visitor and visit the area. So some education programs include comparing mammals, moving up the food chain, and just a bunch of different ideas that teach how marine mammals live and how they affect the ocean and such. So I just want to talk really quick about moving up the food chain. So this is a really good program because what they do is they teach the children through simulation. So the first simulation is basically how the ingestion of toxins introduced in their food can affect the marine mammals. So such would be the sea lions and the domic acid poisoning. And then another simulation is how ingestion of garbage and trash can harm them. So it's very good, especially they teach a bunch of the rehabilitation stories. So with a combination of the two, they can teach the children about how the interdependence of the ocean, the people, and just the whole planet works together. So now Yuta will talk about the major achievements.
Thank you very much. So I will discuss major achievements of MMC. Since 1975, MMC's hospital facility has rescued and treated over 16,000 seals, sea lions, whales, sea otters, dolphins, and more. Many from threatened and endangered species. Every year, on average, MMC helps about 600 distressed marine mammals, rescuing and rehabilitating them the hospital facilities in the marine catchments. MMC educates and communicates to help build a sense of responsibility and connection to the marine environment and marine mammals, and inspire action to protect the oceans. Each year, MMC's education programs and events reach over 30,000 children and adults. Here are the examples of how the donated money will be used. $1 for 1 pound of fish, and $10 for 1 meal for 1 puppy. So they have clear objectives, as you can see. And they claim, we recognize the fundamental relationship that binds humans, animals, and the ocean, covering more than 70% of our planet. The ocean is Earth's primary life support system, and these animals are critical bellwether of its health. By caring for them, we care for all of life. And I'd like to finish this presentation with the video. On the website.
It might be this cable plug here. This is plug here.
When you give to the Marine Mammal Center, you're not just helping these magical, lovable creatures when they get caught in nets, or injured by boats, or get sick or abandoned. When you give to the Marine Mammal Center, you're also helping another magical, lovable creature. You. To see how we're connected or to donate, go to marinemammalcenter.org. Save our seals, save ourselves.
Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please ask us.
Does this have any activity in Japan?
I don't think so.
Usually the activity is just within California, but they also help with the technical support and professional advice and such. So I'm sure they might have contact with Japan at some point.
Anything else?
I think you said that 50% of the rescue mammals are released, but I just wonder what happens to others.
I think the other kind of animals not released because they fail of operation and stuff. Because usually the animals that are brought back to the center are really nearly in danger of death. So it's really a miracle for them to be able to get back to the wildlife again. And so that's why it's 50%.
So other 50% just dies, or
I think, or maybe remaining in the center, not being
Yeah.
able to go back to the wildlife.
Any other questions?
You said that they work with veterinarians and researchers, but are there any veterinarians within the program?
Yes, usually some of the staff are, but then they also have others who want to participate in the program and learn more through the research. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.